live from the bowels of the dentist office, waiting room of my soul. It's the Mastication Station. With your host, Tony J. Lemmon. And held over this week, the Studio Ed, Lee Daly. Contract never reviewed. Tonight's special guests are Chuck Lane. He's come down with Saturday Night Fever. And Steve Wilhoff, here by permission from the Beef Tongue Commission. And our house band tonight is Rut-Row Raggy to bring down the house on purpose. This week's sponsor is the nation of Canada. Canada. It's not just venison, back bacon, and William Shatner anymore. And now, he's got legs, and he knows how to use them. Tony J. Lemmon. Thank you. Welcome to the Mastication Station. I am your host, Tony, and I am rich in fiber, low in the good cholesterol, and as usual, I may contain peanuts. The Studio Ed is here, everybody. Why don't you give him a hand? He is here.
Hi, everybody.
On parole, because everybody needs that.
I'd like to thank the good folks at Chattanooga for putting us up, and last night the Bates Motel, located right behind the Walmart. Plenty of good parking, and dumpster divers, thank you. Made stay very entertaining. Back to you.
And all dumpster items are half off this week only. So, welcome to Mastication Station. I do want to let you know that our home office has finally changed. It was located in the old GE building, you know, fifth floor up, I think fifth broken window from the right. And we now have a new location, which I cannot tell you, it is undisclosed, but it is guarded by one of those leftover occupied people.
Yeah, next time let me know where that's at, because I drove around for an hour trying to find the undisclosed location.
Undisclosed is under U, in the capital letter. So that's where it's at. So
okay, good to know.
But to celebrate, we decided to go around town, at least I did. I do this every Saturday. I decided to celebrate our new location that I would do the whip and the nay-nay on top of the old Cindy's Diner.
We have to watch
There it
this.
is. Yep, that's me. Doing. Now wait a minute. Can you hang on to that picture for a second? Because it looks like I'm about 8 feet tall. I don't know.
You're gargantuan.
I'm not sure if a big spider's going to come up and over me, and I don't know. That doesn't look too safe for OSHA or anything like that.
Yeah, Cindy's not going to appreciate that. Right through the roof you're going to go.
Oh, there I am. Yeah, see? Yeah. So I did that to celebrate our new location for our home office. In other news, as I was not driving around town because I don't drive anymore for several reasons.
You don't have a car.
Isn't
your car in the shop?
I don't have a car. I barely have a family. The one that came with the frame, remember that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Cute kids.
Yeah. I've been noticing around town all these roundabouts. What is the deal with roundabouts? I don't get this. Are we Europe in training?
Yeah, it's European.
I mean, are we wearing our Europe big boy pants now? I mean, pretty soon we're going to be wearing, we're going to have those foot flushers for your toilets and the rainbow-colored money, and we'll probably be using the letter U two-way much.
What about the bidet?
The bidet?
Yeah, let's not get into those.
Now, is that different than a benite?
Well, the benite is different from the bidet because there's less of a shower effect in the benite.
And it goes the other direction?
In the bidet, you get a shower.
Only in Europe, right?
Yeah, well, now we have turnaround, so I might as well just say, welcome to Europe.
Welcome to Europe. Here's
When's
your
the
bidet.
Europe come? When's
You get
the
a free
Euro?
bidet for every dumpster item.
Hero, Euro, and a hero.
So anyway, our guests this evening are Chuck Lane, and he's going to tell us about some Saturday Night Fever that he's doing, some things that he does on Saturday nights.
Is that contagious?
I hope not. I hope it is, actually, because it comes with a pack of azalea seeds.
Is that going to be you dancing?
I hope not, because I only do whip and nay-nays superimposed on top of buildings that aren't there anymore. And also another guest of ours tonight will be Steve Wilhoff, and he will be talking about some various things, and I haven't decided what they are yet. And also, each guest is going to do we're gonna have a little competition. So you'll see what that competition is when we come right back. We'll see you. Thanks for coming. We'll see you in a little bit. Thanks.
Thanks, folks.
When can I pick up the pictures?
Thursday.
Thursday. Okay, let me make a note of that.
You gonna write it down there?
Well, it's going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, then let's say Tuesday.
You mean 2 days earlier?
No, 5 days
days
later.
later. I thought as much.
If this customer were at a Photomat store, we'd be introducing him to our brand new picture pickup promise. Photomat's way of telling you exactly when your pictures will be ready.
That quick?
Sure, and if it doesn't work out, you get a free roll of film.
Oh, no. You get in trouble
Oh,
for
it's
that.
no problem.
Huh?
It's a Photomat policy.
The Photomat picture pickup promise.
Is there a Photomat store around here?
Welcome back to Mastication Station. I'm glad you've stuck with us this long, 3 or 4 minutes. It's been good for you. Our guests tonight are Chuck Lane, and he's going to talk to us about some things that are happening on Saturday nights. And Steve Wilhoff will be here later to tell you about some things that he's done for a living. It's pretty fascinating. Lee is here, our studio ed, to tell us what's going on in the place that we're filming. Lee? Okay. Let me try another one, Lee. Obviously, that was a hard question for you because that stumped you. Lee, what is happening downtown this weekend? Okay. Obviously, these are very difficult questions for Lee, so I'm going to go on to the next What? I have a call.
Yeah, hey, Mr. Lemmon? Yeah, Mr. Lemmon. Hey, this is Larry down at the Auto Mall, Cupcake Factory and Nail Salon. Yeah, we got your 96 Eldorado, and she's all ready to go. Hey, when you hit a deer, and that just took that windshield right out and those headlights, when we were picking deer parts out of the back seat of that car.
Wait. I don't even drive.
Yeah, well, obviously you don't drive because you hit a deer. Now, we're just sitting down here, we're enjoying the crew. We have a little bit of beef tongue soup. I know if you've ever had beef tongue soup before, that's real good, and we're enjoying that right now.
No.
But about this Eldorado, yeah, you gave us about $300 to fix that windshield. We got about $300 just in the windshield alone. And then when Vern's our chief mechanic, he heard this weird sound underneath the hood of your car. So we popped that hood, and gosh darn, didn't we see a whole family of raccoons running around?
Okay, listen. Wait. I don't have a car. I don't
I
drive.
have a car right now because it's in the shop. What's going on yesterday? We go to public school. What's going on with you, boy? So we chased them raccoons around the shop for about 3 hours until Larry shot one in the head with a little hyper gun. Blew his little head right off clean. But we got the skin that's tacked up on the wall next to the barn. But anyway, so those little critters, they done chewed through all the pipes and all the hoses and all the cords in your engine. And we figured you want them replaced, so we did. So that's about another $4,000 right there.
Okay, I'm not understanding. You're calling me to tell me that my car is fixed when I don't have a car?
Yeah, your car's pretty much fixed. We had to rotate the tires and some of the lug nuts. We then popped off, fell in the oil pan. We salvaged them from a 32 Ford. So it should run just fine. Yeah, now about that car, we got about $4,500 in this car.
I thought it was $300.
Come down and get this car.
It was $300. Now it's $4,500.
Yeah, well, we found a lot more problems, and honestly, I think we actually created some of the problems. You don't really know that. So if you want to come on down and pick up this car, because it's sitting in our back lot, and the 96 Eldorados are not real, they're not real chick magnets. So you come off and get it off the lot for us, so the boys can get dates again. When do you think you can come on down and pick up this car?
You know what? I don't have a car. I'm going to pick it up. We'll be right back.
I'm Bill Cosby, and the kids in Los Angeles have a slogan, speed kills. And they're not referring to safe driving habits. They're talking about a group of drugs, including ups, meth, pep pills, decks, even bennies. Dangerous drugs, sometimes fatal to the users. And you should know about the up drugs. You may even be taking some now and not be aware of their danger. Write for this free booklet, The Up and Down Drug. Don't guess about drugs when you can have the facts.
Welcome back to Mastication Station, where everything in the dumpster is half off if you can find it. Right, Lee?
Right, absolutely.
That's
Mr.
right.
Divers, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Great lunch.
and everything is half off if you put it on only halfway. With me tonight is Chuck Lane, and he is here to discuss some things that he's doing on Saturday nights.
Welcome,
so, Chuck, would you please tell us what's going on Saturday night?
Saturday night, we are starting a church service at Avalon Missionary Church that meets from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. In Waynedale, and we're trying to do something different. We're trying to use technology in a different way. We're trying to plug people in that don't feel comfortable in a normal church setting.
Okay.
So there's just small tables that are kind of intimate. You can get up and walk in and out whenever you need to and not feel uncomfortable. And we offer a coffee bar with Italian sodas and iced lattes and different snacks and stuff like that.
Is that on a bus route?
Yeah, I think it is on the bus route, actually.
We
now
don't
that you
really
mention
drive.
it.
Well,
Which
Tony
bus?
doesn't drive anymore after that.
I don't
It's
drive.
on the trails, so you can at least get on the trails and
Oh,
get
the
there.
trails.
You don't wanna
So
get
the
Tony on a
Greenway?
bike.
That's right. the
Okay,
River
so you
Greenway.
can at least crawl there.
Yeah.
So it's on Saturday nights at 6.
1500 Lower Huntington Road.
Okay, and so it's more contemporary. Is there a band there and music and all that?
It is, but it's always different. Sometimes we have a large band. Other times we'll have just an acoustic guitar and one singer. Sometimes there's a sermon. Sometimes there's not. It just depends on what we've decided to present that weekend and how we think we can reach people that maybe aren't comfortable sitting in a pew every Sunday morning.
Pew.
Yeah,
I love that word, pew.
is that French?
I think it's Catholic.
Pepe. There's Pepe.
Pepe?
Pepe Le Pew.
The pew. Oh, yeah. Pew, that's a start. How long have you been doing this service?
We've been beta testing it, I guess you'd say, for several years now. We were doing it on Sunday mornings with the recording instead of the live sermon. We didn't feel like that was really connecting at that point, and so we switched to Saturday nights because we really felt like Saturday night would give us a different feel in the evening time and a more relaxed feel than we would have on a Sunday morning.
Okay. So 6 o'clock Saturday nights,
Yep.
Avalon Missionary. What was the address again?
1500 Lower Huntington Road.
Okay, so that's already going on, and it's this Saturday if
Yeah.
you want, or whatever,
I'll be there serving coffees.
and shaking hands and,
That's right.
and feeding
Kissing
everybody.
babies.
That's
Kissing
right.
babies.
That's right.
Vote for me 3 times a day. Now, besides that, I know that you work in a local hospital here that I'm not going to mention. What do you do at the hospital?
I'm what they call a phlebotomist.
Say it again.
A phlebotomist.
Can you spell that?
Phlebotomist.
It's not a lobotomist, it's a
Oh,
phlebotomist.
goodness.
That's what you had, Tony.
I'd rather have a front bottle in front of me than frontal lobotomy.
That's right, that's right. I draw blood for a living. I've been doing it for about 20 years.
Do you use
20
ink,
years.
oil, or pastels when you draw?
I like chalk, actually.
Now, that would hurt, though, if you drew blood with chalk.
It
right?
probably would. My knee's a little sharper than
Now,
that.
how did you get into that? How did you practice for that? Because were there any guests
It's
doing
kind
it?
of funny how I got into that. I, at the time, was working at Kmart doing blue light specials, and there was a girl that I really liked that worked at the hospital, and she said I should get a job there, and I thought, hey, that's an in if I get a job with the girl that I want to date. And so I got a job there and thought things were going to go well, and never dated her.
But at least you've had a 20-year career.
That's right, I got a
taking
good job
people's
out of
blood.
it.
Now, you don't keep it, do you?
I don't.
How many people, when you get your blood drawn, how many people does it go down the chain? How many people look at it, test it, and all that?
From the front office lab area, it probably hits 4 to 5 people before it actually gets tested.
Wow. So it's 4 to 5 before it's even tested, and then after it's tested, there's like another series of people that.
No, after it's tested, it gets
Oh,
it gets
okay.
stored.
And then do they use it for something? Do they throw it away? Do they
It's
dispose of it, burn
biohazard
it?
at that point. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not used for anything.
All right. So,
So you
I
went from Kmart to phlebotomist.
Yeah.
So did the resume from Kmart was good enough to become a phlebotomist?
That's right. At that time, you needed no training to learn how to draw blood.
See, Tony, you do have a career.
I have a
You
career in
have
mind.
a direction.
because
Draw blood on chalk.
all roads
with
start
chalk.
with K.
That's right.
Kmart. And also, you used to look a little different.
Yes.
You've lost a lot of weight, which
Yeah.
makes me somewhat jealous because right now it looks like you're being interviewed by a whale.
No, you're being harsh on yourself.
Oh,
Beluga.
a bluegill.
Go
Thank
small.
you.
No, not bluegill, bluegill.
Oh, a beluga.
Beluga.
I think you said a bluegill.
No, bluegill.
But at least it works for
Skim.
scale. So.
Skim. Those are thin. You're no.
Okay. So how much weight have you lost, and how long did it take you?
About 2 years ago, I turned 40, and I decided that being 242 pounds was too big for me. And so I started to try everything and anything to lose weight. And that included changing my diet, and I started exercising like crazy.
Wow. What was the one thing that you think was in your diet that was key to take out that started that change for you?
For me, the big change was pop, soda, depending on where you live in the, in the U.S.
See, it's pop here, soda in the
Cola.
south, cola
East
in the
Coast.
southeast. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
The carbonation was my big problem. I always thought it was the caramel, so I always tried to go to a 7-Up or a Sprite kind of drink, but it didn't matter. It was the carbonation for me. It just made my stomach upset all the time. I drank probably half a 2 liter to 2 liter a day.
Wow.
That's a lot of bubbles.
Unbeknownst
Half a
to
2
me,
liter, that's like a liter, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
okay.
Sorry.
We're going back
Well,
to Europe
that's
again,
why I'm
aren't
not a
we?
teacher. That's right. Math's not my thing. The calories in that are just in that alone is enough to make you start losing weight. So I started with that, and then I started going to natural foods. I realized that I was putting things in my mouth that were processed, that had been added salt, added sugars, and so I started going towards produce like carrots and celery and lettuce and chicken, making my own things rather than going through the drive-through.
Is it more like the more people or the more hands are cutting things and processing it, the worse it is? So the more raw it is, the better?
It's just that you don't know exactly what it's been through and what you're eating. A lot of times if it's in a package, the chances are it's got a lot of salt in it. It's got a lot of sugar in it just to keep it preserved. You also start. I'm not saying that I'm not into like all natural foods. I don't go to the local organic store and buy that. I just make sure that it has less than 5 ingredients. I watched my carbs. And I just came up with a number that worked for me and just said, that's where I'd like them to be when I'm eating a meal. So. When I first started to lose the weight, I restricted my carbs a lot. But now that I'm reached my goal weight, I got down to 176 pounds. I'm down to 186 now.
Wow.
I don't watch that as much.
That's like one of your legs, isn't it?
I think he lost you.
Yeah, that's like
Some
two
part
of
of
me.
you
Well, one of my
floating
heads.
around. So he wouldn't have had dinner with us last night after that we saw in the dumpster with the
Yeah, that's true.
processing.
Doing the whip and the nay-nay.
And the real stuff we ate last night.
If you could tell one person watching this how to start, just do one thing. What's the one thing that you think would get somebody started in doing this?
I think that the big thing is to find the things that you love to do that will help you to get healthier. And whether that be cardio, I found that one of the big things for me was that my wife and I both love to dance, and so she liked to do Zumba, and we already had the membership at the local Y, and we just started doing the Zoom class together. And even though I only did that like twice a week, it was enough that on the other days, doing the treadmill, even though it was tedious, or doing the elliptical, even though it wasn't the thing that I really liked to do, I had something that kept going. And to be honest, just try anything and everything out there. I really, something will stick if you keep trying it.
Well, let's try something that probably won't help.
Okay.
And we're going to try a
Definitely
little
won't stick.
challenge, because you know that on this show, every guest has to go through a challenge. And so what we did last time was we did a chick race, and this time we're going to try to shave balloons and see whose pops first. So if you would take this,
And make sure you take the
put
guards
some
off those
shaving
razors.
cream on it.
How much do you want?
I don't want any, but the balloon should probably have just a nice coating on it. And if you want to do like, half of it or something, yeah, there you go. That's good.
This is going to be messy.
This might. Looks like eyes.
I think
and
he's making a
a
dog.
bald head. That's great.
Oh.
It's new. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, I'll try it now, and we'll see.
And Chuck, make sure that his guard is off.
See, I was going to leave mine on if you weren't going to say anything.
Smoosh it on there.
We are very adept at seeing things that
Now,
we shouldn't
unfortunately,
see.
I'm doing this with my right hand because I just smooshed it with my left. Okay.
That is a mess.
All right, that is a mess.
I'm going to hold this closer to you.
Okay. You have to make sure you take the cap off. Okay. All right. Now, when Lee says go, we're going to try to shave our balloons.
Oh, sorry.
I don't usually do this in public.
I don't either. I've never done it in private, so.
Well, you did that one time when we were...
In the dumpster, right? Okay, enough of that. All right. Whenever
Ready?
you say Geo.
Set. Go.
Oh, is it going to pop?
Oh, heavens to Mother.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, you need a bucket to jump that stuff in.
See, my balloon is smooth, so I don't have that problem. Where do you want this at?
Right there, I guess. Oh.
We can get somebody from makeup to get a tray for
Are you
you
sure
guys.
this is-
Ooh. It's going to be a close shave. I think this is working. I'm going to go fast.
I don't think they're gonna.
I don't
pop.
think it's gonna pop, Tony.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Oh, everyone's a winner!
I won.
Yay!
All right, everybody say thanks to Chuck Lane. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Chuck.
After this.
I have to find the other half of
Oh, I'm
Chuck.
glad yours did that. Not mine.
That was messy.
Let our outline help your outline. Because your outline means less of a bikini and more of a tan. Your outline means less dining and more dancing. Your outline means less dressing gowns and more negligees. Our outline means half the calories of butter or margarine. Make our outline part of your calorie-controlled diet. Our outline helps your outline.
Welcome back to Mastication Station. Our guest now is Steve. Are you noticing? I put the thing on my mic. Do you notice it? You don't see it, do you? The thing I put over my mic?
I can't see anything. I'm looking over your
I
shoulder.
just heard laughter over there. I wasn't really sure what it was. Anyway,
That was the dog.
Steve Wilhoff is here, and he's going to talk to us about some things that he does for a living and some other stuff that we're just going to chit-chat about.
Dude,
Steve?
what's with your
Everybody
hair?
welcome Steve, please.
What's with your hair? Hi, Steve.
Hey, I work. No, he's talking about my.
Oh, your hair. Yeah, you don't have
I didn't
much
think
hair.
anybody could see it.
What happened to your hair?
I think it's fine. I don't.
I mean, there was that special conditioner that we were told that you had to use, but that's like on steroids.
Well, steroids and hair don't mix. Don't let your hair grow up to be cowboys.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, that just makes one just go for it.
So anyway, Steve, you write advertisements. Would you
do.
tell us about that? Tell us about that.
I write advertisements.
Uh-huh.
So you write advertisements?
You're a man of many words.
This is short and concise. That's what
So
makes the money.
do you go to a building to do it? Do you go to an office to do
No,
it?
that's a good question. I work out of my home, and through word of mouth, I stumbled into a lot of clients in the Jewish community in New Jersey.
You're hanging out in mosques.
And I could tell stories, but we're seeing more and more that the Jewish community is reaching out to kind of broaden their market base, and outside of their kind of cloistered communities, and so they're looking for people that they can trust and that they feel comfortable with to kind of engage in advertising that's
Aggressive.
current and but not offensive. You know.
Do you wear
'cause they're
pajamas at
still-
home?
They're very fundamental. What's that?
When you're at home, do you wear pajamas?
Sometimes
Pause for
I
effect.
do.
Pause for effect.
Because I've always wondered about that. Guys who worked at home just stay in your PJs.
Yeah, it's what. Yeah, I always joke, but it's a true story. That I put jeans on, and my son says, "Where are you going?"
Oh.
Because I wear jams a lot.
Because you're wearing pants.
Yeah. It's like,
Going out of the house, gotta wear pants.
That's right. That's right.
It's a family rule.
That's right. Yeah, that last ticket was kind
Yeah.
of embarrassing. So. No, but that's that's what I do, and.
Could you put up a picture of one of Steve's brilliant works of art?
Ads.
This is one of the ads that he wrote.
Yeah, yes.
We've kind of blocked out some of it so that we don't have a call to action, but this is the brilliance of his mind and you can see that all over the world. Where do the people come from that you write ads for?
Well, this particular company is based in Lakewood, New Jersey, and Eye Catch Media. She's been around for quite a while. She's really grown, and this, believe it or not, was kind of a different thing. I've never done one of these before. It's for a bus hut.
Oh, a bus hut, yeah.
And
Bus hut, you know those real well, Tony.
They have really good food at the bus hut, actually.
Italian coffee in Waynedale.
The burgers are just delicious at the bus hut.
the butt.
You're thinking of the Butt Hut.
No one what?
That's where we get those cigars that you like.
Oh, I was thinking Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Never mind.
They have cigars at Pizza Hut?
What's a bus hut?
What? Huh?
What's a bus hut?
Can I go home?
Is the bus hut where the city bus stops?
The people,
Oh,
the
okay.
people just sit in the bus and wait for the bus to come.
Okay.
Like a out of the weather. But yeah, they were looking for something, and she needed an idea, and
That's
we came
cool.
up with that concept. And underneath that, it's, where it says, everybody's looking at me. It says they could be looking at your ad.
That's cool.
So yeah,
Cool.
but she got a good favorable response for it.
And it seems, this sounds stupid, I guess, maybe for me, but it sounds profound and yet simple.
Yeah.
Is
That
that
is
that
good
kind
for
of the tendency you have in a lot of your ads, like something that's few words but says a lot within those few words?
Yeah, I'm pretty verbose in conversation.
What's that mean?
So advertising, it takes a lot for me to just, okay, let's just reduce this to the ridiculous and make it as simple as possible. And a lot of it depends on the medium too. You're doing a billboard, you've got minimum time. You're doing a trade show, you've got, they estimate 1.2 seconds to grab somebody's attention, and they're not going to read. They're just
Right.
going to glance, and it's got to be something that really catches their mind, or
Like
it's
subliminal.
a statement that makes absolutely no sense, to where they absolutely have to read more. Like, what in the world did he mean by that?
Right. So you have to say a ton in just like 2-3 words, because otherwise they're gone. right?
Exactly.
Especially, would that be the same with a billboard as opposed to a bus hut? Because in a bus hut they're sitting longer. Would a billboard be about the same rule of thumb, do you think?
Anything what I call drive-by advertising. You have to do, you have to make a point. You have to make it very quickly, very concisely, very powerful.
How long have you been doing this?
Probably a total of about 10 years. Full-time about 5 or 6 now.
When you do a billboard, do you have to use bigger words?
Oh, yeah. I use the 436 font. Arial usually. Yeah.
Yes.
Not Comic
I like that
Sans?
word verbose.
Or Comic Sans? That's overused, isn't it?
It is. It's
I
kind of,
can
the
talk
font
for
du
hours
jour
about fonts.
right now is Arial. But
What was the
Yeah, it'd be fun.
What was the hardest job you've ever had?
oh my gosh, working at a lime plant.
Lime?
Lime, L-I-M-E plant.
Okay. What did you do?
Down
What'd
in
you do
Texas.
there?
Well, that was
In
probably
Texas.
the second hardest job I had.
Okay.
But the first one was
We'll
working
start
on
with
a-
number 2.
Okay, number 2. Lime plant. They have this inverted kiln. They would take and blast rock from this lime quarry, and they'd bring it in by conveyor belt. And then they'd heat it up in this inverted kiln. And I had one of the easiest jobs, supposedly. Load out, they called it, where they just load the truck with lime. Then they'd drive it up to the driver's lounge, and those guys would go on their merry way and deliver it. And yeah, I got fired from that job. I rolled the truck.
Oh, you rolled a truck.
Yeah, my first time ever driving a semi. Yeah. Well, see, they had this 15-year-old kid that worked there, right? I mean, seriously, just a tyke, if you will, right? And he's always driving this truck. And I said, I'm 22 at the time. I'm 22 years old. I can drive a truck, for goodness sakes. Let me drive this thing. I don't know. This is down in Texas, Clifton, Texas. I don't know if you should drive it. I said, oh, I got this, trust me. And I'm driving up the driver's lounge, and I'm going through the gears. I'm like, well, this is nothing. This is great. And I'm going around this bend, and the truck's leaning. And I said, well, you got to expect that. It's a big thing. And it just keeps leaning. And I said, well, it's a pretty steep, And I realized, my God, I think I'm falling. And I was. And bam, the whole thing. And the drivers heard the crash, and they had time to come out and stand and wait for me to stop skidding. And when they came, they said, the steering wheels are pretty big on these things. I had my arms and my legs around
Wow.
Yeah, they pried me out of that, and I wasn't hurt at all. Truck was
Done.
Now,
Yeah,
but that was the second hardest.
that was the second
What
hardest.
was the first hardest if that happened?
Working at a kill floor.
Oh.
Yeah, at a for a butcher.
What
in
floor?
Hamilton, Indiana. That was just yeah. That was I didn't
All
like
the-
it.
all the parts
All the
everywhere?
yeah, all the.
Did you work on the animals coming in?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah, I didn't like
wow.
it. Yeah, I did that, and yeah, it was icky.
What was the, if I can, what was the worst part of that? I mean, did you have to actually put them in a machine or something like that and it sucked all the giblets out? Or I don't know.
Yes, that was
I
my
haven't done it in
official term.
years.
I was the giblet sucker.
Is that on your business card?
It's on the
Giblet
card
sucker?
right there.
Okay, get me dates. I don't know why. Giblet sucker.
Yeah. I'm a member of the giblet union, you know. But no, actually, that's gross. No, oh, this is kind of gross though.
That's cool.
The cow's heads.
Oh, okay.
I would trim the meat off. There's a lot of meat on a cow's head. Didn't know that.
Didn't know that either.
You make good soup with those
The
heads.
day I got fired was the cow tongue. They sold that.
Sure.
And you'd cut that thing out and you'd set it there, and an inspector would come over and he'd look at it, and he'd, okay, and then you took a brand and you branded it. It had state of Indiana, you know, and I did that. This is about 2 weeks I'd been there. I did that, and he looked at it, and everything's fine. And I'd never had this happen, but as soon as I hit the brand, I had it by the fat, and the tongue went like that over my hand.
Oh.
And I screamed like a second grade girl.
Like a
and I went like that, and I threw this thing, and it hit the inspector right in the back of the neck. And he turned around and yelled at me, and I said, you know, I think I'm done here. And I was.
Wow.
That was, yeah.
Wow.
You couldn't
That's why
have
I
another
do
throw
this
like that
stuff
if you
now.
tried.
All by myself in my house.
Now, I used to eat
Let's
tongue
see.
as a kid. It was like force
Really?
fed to me or
I ate
something
tongue.
like that.
I never.
Oh yeah, you just
You
peel
haven't?
peel the taste buds off and boil it. Slice it. Trim the giblets off the sides. Man, that's good eating right there. That's like spam on a half shell.
Well,
Peel
it's
the
either
taste
theirs
bud
or
off.
yours. I mean,
It's like a
one or the other.
membrane.
Is it just like is it meat under there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I never
just one big
had-
muscle.
Oh.
I mean, you talk to Tony. Look at his tongue, man. He never stops talking.
Yeah. Now, for Halloween, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a cow tongue. I'm going to Velcro it around my head. You know?
You and all the flies.
Well, I'll keep it cold. I'll keep it cold, you know. Well, thanks for coming. I think
Yeah.
that we're going to have a challenge now.
Oh,
The
yeah.
last guest
Guest,
beat me.
guest.
Beat me. Guest, that's the word. So, but I learned the hard way to take this tablecloth off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Did you see that?
Uh-oh.
All right, so here's your balloon. Here's mine.
All right.
And here's a razor blade for you.
Right from Texas.
Here's a razor blade for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shaving cream on mine. You'll put some on yours. We're going to shave them. We're going to see whose pops last.
Oh. Okay.
Everyone's a winner.
Yeah. chicken dinner, right? Okay, that's good. Now, what do you see? Do you see a face? Do you see a face?
I don't.
Do you see a face?
Well, no.
Let me see.
Wilson? Sorry.
Come back.
I'm crying over a balloon. All right,
It's like
so
Santa Claus.
Bit me in the buttocks.
now this might be one of your next ad campaigns. Here is a shaving cream on a balloon.
What is?
That's,
I'm
that's
thinking
shaving cream.
Yeah,
You
well,
didn't think it was whipped cream, did you?
No.
It didn't taste right, did it? All right, so we're gonna see who wins this. Lee's gonna say go, and we're gonna start shaving this thing, and see who's pops.
Okay.
Ready? Set. Wait for it. Wait for it. Go.
Well, I lost that for good reason. I don't shave them. I just put that together.
Oh, that is
Because
nasty.
there's no tablecloth on it this time.
That's like pulling the
And
tongue out
I'm
of a
getting down
cow's
to the bottom
head
of
right
the-
there.
That's close.
I think Steve's got you, don't he?
I think Steve
Steve has
might
got
have
you.
beat me again.
He is all over this. Oh, yuck.
I'll tell you my secret.
You still have the guard on?
Uh-huh.
What? Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Known
You
cheater.
didn't tell me to take that off, Drill Sergeant.
Steve Wilhoff, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
solid nourishment for your dogs. Just have a look at Biddy here. Doesn't she look fit and well? And she's just had 8 puppies. I would never feed my dogs on any other canned food other than pedigree chum. They really go for it. Something a dog can really get its teeth into. And boy, when you're onto something good, you stick to it.
Pedigree chum. Top breeders recommend it because it's solid nourishment.
Welcome back. You made it. The guests were great. We had a good time. You've been a great audience. You can put your shoes back on and the patches off your foreheads. The test is over. Lee is going to tell you how you're going to get tickets.
Hey, thanks. Hey, first of all, I'd like to thank the folks of Chattanooga for putting us up. Your hospitality was amazing. We're going to be heading back. Next week's show is going to be in Peoria. We've got a stage book there. Now, if you would like to go online and get tickets, they're no longer free. They're $1 to cover the cost, mainly of Tony's car repairs.
And the postage.
Yes. So, $1, go online, get your tickets, and we look forward to seeing you next week here at the Mastication Station.
It is masticationstation@yahoo.com. Goodbye, everybody.